something else that, uh, well, we didn't say that we were going to talk about on air, but it's something that is very interesting to me,
Okay.
is some organizations think that patenting isn't a great idea because you're just putting onto paper and in the public instructions for your intellectual property. And it's often difficult to be able to ensure that a competitor isn't using, say, some AI methodology of yours under the hood. How are you going to tell? But you have eight patents and eight patents
Okay.
granted, and then many more that have been
Yeah.
applied for that are pending. So, Sol, what's the value in patents? When would you do that?
Like as a side hobby.
Okay.
I mean, the process of coming up with a novel idea. Let's say you have a novel idea. It's not that someone else may not have come up with the idea before, or components of your novel idea don't already exist. It's really how you put that together that creates that novel idea. Now, you can file a patent within an enterprise and an organization, and they'll cover all your legal fees for you, but they technically own the patent. Or you can do it on your own. But the process of distinguishing whether or not it's novel, paying the legal fees to file it, and then by the time my patents have been filed and granted, anywhere from 2 to 5 years, because the Patent and Trademark Office is so behind. Um, do it because it makes you feel good, but not because there's this higher altruistic intent behind it. Making money off of patents is unlikely because the fact that you discovering someone's using your patent, it's a different story.
Mhm.
And it's money out of your pocket. So I think it's more for bragging rights, kind of like writing a book. It's amazing, good experience. You could say you did it. You're not going to make money off of it unless you are literally a full time writer, and it's not going to be your first book. There's a second and a third and a fourth and a fifth, and that is your vocation. That is your career. Um, so I would say patents is more for bragging rights than anything else at this point in time. Um, the one exception I would say is if you're in industrial or telco or manufacturing and pharmaceuticals. That's where it absolutely makes the most sense because things are a bit more finite. Because a novel idea isn't in stitching together components that already exist that makes it novel. It's a molecule, a very specific molecular structure that leads to an output. You have a patent on that. Guess what? You own treatment for pancreas cancer, which is a very, very specific type of cancer because you found the right molecular structure that has the highest probability of decreasing that tumor size. You're going to do well in the oncology space or in manufacturing, figuring out that one solvent that doesn't increase the heat coefficient level of when machine piles actually grade against each other. People are going to have an interest in that. So they're going to want to buy into that patent because they also need solvents that consistently remove the heat coefficient level when two tectonic, like metal plates, rub against each other. So there are certain industries where it can lead to financial gains. Otherwise, for us in the tech space, it's really, really hard to do anything financially with it. If anything, it's more out of pocket than